Hey everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So today we're going to make a tray. It's a 3-tier serving tray. I just received this and it is a metal stand that comes in the box and it comes with 3 molds to do 3 trays. I thought this was going to be really cute and I wanted to do it a spring theme. What do you think about that? So it's got all the directions how to put it together. You can use it for planting, or I thought maybe cupcakes or whatever you want to display. It would be good in a little picture window or something. There's so many uses that this could be done with. So here's the 3 trays. Obviously, all 3 are not going to fit in the frame at once. So I'm going to do one at a time for you. So this may be a long video, I'm not sure. So I got out spring color flowers. I have a bunch of flowers and then I got a couple greens. So I haven't used these much yet because a lot of greens come in the flowers. So I'm thinking each tray a different package of flowers. What do you think? And of course, I think the crushed crystal would be good because I think I'm obviously going to do clear in the tray so you could see the flowers through it, but each tray needs to be poured twice. So each one holds 11 ounces. And I think I'm going to pour 6 ounces. That way the sides are full and then the bottom is full. Not full, but will be covered with resin. I could throw my flowers in there. I even have some butterflies I've pulled out. There's a bunch of butterflies. Now these butterflies I bought at the store. They come, I have some separated here because I've used some, but they come like this, 3D, 2-piece. So I just pull them apart and I get 2 out of each one. So I do have some pulled apart already and I have these orange ones too, but since these are already pulled apart, I think I'm going to incorporate them with the flowers because that's part of spring. I think it would look good. I don't know. I just have to remember to put everything upside down because this is the back of the tray. So I think we're going to mix up 6 ounces. I'm actually going to mix up 8 because I have to make one of your favorite things today for my friend Jan. Yep, the little elk. He's getting made in blue. She chose Beyond Blue because she just loves blue color like I do, and she wanted an elk. And if you saw my last video, she already snatched Sandy from me, so I'm left with Shelly over here. So eventually I will make another Sandy, but I already have about 7 or 8 of these guys laying around, so I don't really need to replace Sandy right now. She's in a very well-loved home, being taken very good care of. All right. So I'm going to get some gloves on and I'm going to mix up 6 ounces of resin and let's see how this goes. Before I do all 3 at once, I want to think I'll do one at a time, see how they're going before I pour that much resin. All right, I'm just going to take a tiny little bit, kind of like that. Hopefully that's not, I better back off of that a little bit. I don't want to overdo it. So yeah, I was saying I didn't put this through the bubble remover, the vacuum chamber, because the glitter hides bubbles. And even if there were bubbles in this, I think it would look fine with the flowers. Honestly, I don't think it would look bad. So we shall find out. All right, so I'm thinking the 6 is going to take me just to the surface. Oh, I want to spray alcohol in these. I gotta fill up my alcohol bottle a little bit. It's not spraying too good. Sorry, guys. Of course, there's not a whole lot left in here. I buy this stuff by the case, but I store it in the other room. So let me just pick this up and spray it like that. I'm trying to get it in all these creases because that's where the bubbles are going to be. And then I'm just going to pour around the edge, even though I know it'll come up, but I don't want that alcohol to like dissipate before I get this down there. All right. Whoops, I can't get my stick up off the tray. It's stuck. There we go. I'm just going to help it a little bit, especially these corners. I've never done this mold before. And what I should have found out, but I did not. I mean, I guess you could do this without the 3-tier stand, but I'm wondering if we could buy that 3-tier stand without the mold. You know what I mean? Because if you wanted another stand, but you already have the silicone molds, do you have to buy the whole kit? That's going to be my question. Trying to get these rogue pieces of glitter out. There's another one. Oh, it's still there. Let me grab something else to get that off the silicone. There we go. So it's looking pretty good from up here. I know you guys can't barely see the sparkle in here, but it is definitely there. I just need to grab a couple little bits out that must have been in my mold. So I'm thinking 6 ounces was just, I could have probably done 5.5. Let me grab some tweezers and start placing some of these flowers. I'm starting with my purple. Here's the purple ones. And I think there's going to be a definite bottom maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure what to do with the greenery. The flowers are got to go down first. And then the green behind them. Oops. First one and I'm already like wrinkling it. There we go. Let me try to keep my tweezers clean. So I chose the thick resin for this reason, because I don't want these flowers moving very much at all. And this thick resin seems to hold it in place much better. I'm going to save the greens for last, like I said. And I don't know how many I'm going to use. I'm just going to kind of wing it. Get enough in there. I want it to be really pretty. You can move them around as you see fit if you don't like something. Got another big one down here. I will link everything that I'm using below. I always do. If you're new to my channel, everything is in the description box, including the demos that I make. If it's not specifically for me, kind of like this one is not specifically for me, after the video, when the video is released, it will be linked in the description box if you want to purchase it very low cost, just to get things moving out of my house. So I've been doing that for a little while now, and it's working really well for me. So things aren't piling up here, and you guys are getting gifts for people or what have you. So it's working out for everybody, I think. So if you like something I made, and like I said, if it's not for me, check out the description box. So I guess I didn't know what I was going to do when I started this. So I think I'm just going to fill it up, because that's what seems to be doing. There's small ones in this package and there's medium size. So I'm just going to use them. Oh, I forgot about my butterfly. Where am I going to put that? I'm trying to put one in each layer. So I think I'll do the blue one. Should I do the blue one on this layer? Let me move some stuff around here. Just hoping bubbles don't get trapped underneath them, which is very possible. All right, now I'm going to place a little bit of the greenery behind. I'm going to break off some of the stems though. So when this is fully cured, that's when I will pour the remaining, what is it, 5 ounces? And fill this up completely. If I can move this out of the way good enough, then I will go ahead and continue moving on to the other ones. But if I can't get it to move, I'm just gonna let it sit here until it's done. Okay, I do need some more greens. Let me see what I have here. This one's not even open yet. This one, actually I want this one. This one's got the same pieces I already used. Just gonna break them apart. I don't want a bunch of stems. Let's see, we're gonna put that here. Whoops, not back there. That looks pretty good. I think I'm gonna leave it as it is, except I don't know what this, oh, that's stuck to my greens. All right, well, it's staying now. Except half of that is, I'm gonna take this out. Half of it is behind a complete flower, so there's no need to hide that. All right, I think that's good for that one. If I can move it, I will. If I can move it, I'm gonna move on to the next tray. But if not, you wouldn't know the difference anyway. But see how they're moving? I'm gonna have to babysit for this for a little while. All right, looks kind of good. Try to bury that one. Get some resin up over it to hold it in. Let me see if there's any teeny tiny ones. Got a couple little flowers left. Let me see what I got here. Make sure you put them upside down, depending on which side you're working. Now, if this was my top, then obviously you don't put them upside down. Let's see. Barely have anything left. I feel like I should just use it, otherwise it's just going to sit in my drawer forever. But I don't want to overdo it. I'm going to do this one last one. My tweezers are sticky. There, we're going to do that. Okay, let me see if I can move this thing. So it looks like I'm going to be able to do all three tonight because I had this on a piece of glass with a piece of parchment under it, and I brought it over to my drying area and I slid it right off. So easy peasy. So I'm just going to grab some more of my crystal stuff. Crystal sparkle. And do the same thing all over again with the red this time. Except I'm going to place my butterfly first this time so I don't forget. And I don't want to forget to spray it with alcohol again. That looks good. All right, I'm going to move, this was just draining on there for me so I don't waste very much of it. Let me move this, find my spray bottle, and just kind of go all the way around again, especially these corners. So I'm just going to kind of move it all around there with my finger and make sure it's in all these spots. And then pour my resin. I did 6 ounces again because it's just easier to measure the 6 than it is 5.5. And I'm sure 6 is fine. Because those flowers over there, I was checking on them while I was doing all this, and they're really not moving at all. This is nice, thick resin. So it's not really going to go anywhere. Plus, I have so many flowers in there. There's really not anywhere they can go. So let's get this one placed and move to the last one, which is going to be yellow. All right. Mr. Butterfly's going in first. This time, oh, let me spray it. Because it's so thin, most of the bubbles come to the surface anyway. I forgot to do this on the other one. I hope I didn't. I didn't see any bubbles coming out, probably from all the alcohol, but we're going to find out when we demold, aren't we? Just gonna, this one's kind of bent. This was the top portion of the 2-piece, so it's kind of bent. So I'm just going to sink him in there. All right, so I'm going to do the flowers first. Let me see if I have any big ones. Not as big as I had in the purple ones. I do have a couple roses though that are pretty. I will leave them on the stem. Look at that. Which side do I like better? Oh, that's the back, clearly. How many do I have? I have 3. So we're gonna do them. For some reason, my brain thinks in patterns. So I'm not a random person. If you've noticed my work, everything is patterns because I would not be able to sleep at night if I didn't have it in a pattern of some sort. I don't know. I don't like that, but I just have to like do everything evenly for some reason. All right. I'm going to get all the flowers placed and then the greens again. Let's see here. I think there's like, if I remember correctly, 42 pieces in these kits. I'm not sure, something like that. Since I'm using all these, and I used one not too long ago, I did order more, so I'll be getting a nice hefty batch in about 10 days. And I like these little guys. I like these, but I'm gonna break the stem off because I don't really want the stems. I want them in small spots. I don't think there's really an up or down. Got one more that maybe I'll split. What do I got? Some here. Then I got these, which are kind of cool, but I don't want the stem. I have 3 of these. I'm afraid a lot of it is going to be hidden, unfortunately. I'm just going to try to move a little bit of stuff so they're not completely and utterly hidden. Oh, I think that one's upside down. I think I have to turn this one over. Let me see. Yeah, there is a front and a back. The other side was red, this side is not red, so it was obviously painted or dyed somehow. And then we've got some green ferns. What are we gonna do? We're gonna get these in here somehow. Come on. My gloves are sticky, my tweezers are sticky. This is not fun. Come on, just go. There we go. I think my flowers are moving in this one. I got one more fern. I think it's a fern. I don't know. I'm not good at flowers, especially what they're called. I'm not good at growing them and keeping them alive. I wish I was. So I'm just gonna kind of move these things. Only got a couple left, so I'm going to use them. I think that's the up. Nope. And if you push them under, I'm pretty sure they stay in place better. I just don't want them poking through. I don't want to have to top coat anything. You know what I mean? Oops. I don't want to top coat once they're finished. Okay. Got one more of these. I might as well use it somewhere. I hope these aren't too busy. I'm sure you guys will let me know. All right, get down. I don't know if I want it that way. I'm gonna ruin this thing. I didn't. All right, we're just gonna maneuver these things around here. Pop that one down below the surface. And I think that's it for that one. All right, I mixed it, I put my glitter in, and I sprayed with alcohol. So since you guys saw that already a couple times, I'm not gonna bore you to death. I'm just gonna get this in and place my last flowers. I'm so excited that I was able to move them because I expected this to take me like 3 or 4 days or longer because it would have been 2 layers per tier. which would have been 6 days if I couldn't move it. So I'm super happy. It's only going to take me 2 days. Well, the last one I forgot to go around, so I really hope the alcohol did it for me, because I don't want any bubbles to have to fix. All right, last set. These are yellow. Oh, I need to put my butterfly in first. I don't like that one very much. Let me see what I have here. I think I'm going to do this one. It's got yellow in it. If I can get it off with my gloves. Yep. Now this one's going to go in this corner. This one is sticky. It's a sticker on the back of this side. Okay. So I'm going to just poke it down under there so it doesn't move. Let's just hope there's no exposure. Okay, this one's got a few large. I know you can't see them, but you will see them as I put them in. It's got a few nice large flowers in here. All right, let's do that. Big one, couple medium-sized ones. And then we got a whole bunch of little ones. Several greens in here. So pretty. I hope this turns out good with the colors I chose. I love these little things. You guys, oops. I'm going to show you these little things. Aren't they adorable? I don't know what they are, but I love them. And every time I get them, I use them. They look pretty in jewelry too. Oops. Now I got the little guys. I'm just going to fill in some holes and then I'll put some greenery in. And that'll be it. Break off some stems. I don't want the stems. That's pretty. Here's another one. I've never dried my own flowers. I've read on Facebook groups a lot of failures. So I'm like, yeah, if I can't keep plants alive, I certainly won't be able to dry them out properly. So I've never tried. Which one is up on this one? Oh, that's the back. So I'm going to stick to ordering them. Unfortunately, but that's okay. These have some really pretty cream ones in here that go really nice. Ooh, this can go in here on its stem. Oh, I don't want to hide the flower though. Move over. Come on. What is going on here? Let's pull you off. Break some of you off. I want it right there. And where can I put this one? We'll put you up here. Now I have some greens. This one can go right there. These are really pretty greens. I'm not sure you're gonna see much of it. That's kind of sad. But we will find out on demold, right? Trying to get them to poke out between flowers. I got one left and it's not going to fit in here anywhere. Maybe I'll go stick it in one of the other ones. Do I want it to go that way? All right, that's good for that one. I'm gonna let this one stay right here where it's at, and we will see you when we fill them up. All right, it's the next day. These are coming out good. Nothing really moved. The only thing I changed off camera was I added this glitter glass, and I sprinkled the obviously corresponding color into some of the clear areas. Not too much, just a tiny little bit, just to fill in a little spot. So that's all I did. I've already poured the other two since they're on the other side of the room. I've mixed up 16 more ounces, and I've added my crushed crystal. I'm just gonna pour this in, and then I will show you the extras that I've made. So it took all 16. I thought it was gonna take a little bit less, but it didn't. So I could have probably added 1 more ounce to the one over there because it isn't domed, but I think it'll be okay. And I mean, yeah, I probably really, I have to look. Maybe 2 ounces. So it's holding more than it held with water. Barely. But just a little bit. But it doesn't matter. It'll be all right. I don't know. It doesn't have to be domed. I just like to do that so I don't have so much trimming to do. But I'll trim it. It's not a big deal. It's not going to change the way it's going to sit in the tray, I don't think. So that is all of it in there. Let me just grab my alcohol so I can spray the back. There's one little tiny bubble right there. That's it. All right, so would you like to see the extras? This is the little elk or moose or deer. I put a little face. It's hard to see his mouth. He's dark blue, but he came out beautiful. No need to use glue anyway to suspend the glitter in this little guy. Especially with a fast cure, it's nice and thick. So that's him for Jan. I hope you like him, Jan. I'm going to trim his little bottom here. And then I had some clear left, so I added some mica powders from the Let's Resin 60 that I got. And this was a gold. So I added little bow ties. So there's a little set of a pendant and earrings. And then I added a pink to try the pink out. And here are 2 pendants and little earrings. There's a tiny starfish on here. It's kind of like a transparent starfish. So those will go out with orders from eBay. So whoever gets them, I hope you like them. All right, so we're gonna demold this evening. I'm just gonna go around the edge real quick with this tool here so I don't get any bubbles forming on that little edge. This one is domed nicely. It's just one of them, only one. So I was barely short. In fact, I had these molds set aside, these little brooch molds that I made. I had 2 set aside because I expected to have an ounce left over, which I don't. So I won't be pouring those today, but those are so pretty when they are poured. Okay, that's it for now. I'll be back on demold. It is time, you guys. It's time to unmold these. I'm so excited. So Don put together the stand for me, which is sitting right here, but it's too big for the frame of the camera. So you'll have to wait till the end pictures. But the one thing about it, you can kind of tilt it, and I'll show you in the pictures. So it doesn't have to be completely straight. It can kind of be at an angle. I know it's hard to understand without seeing what I'm talking about. So let's get these out and see what we got going on. I hope there's no bubbles on these edges. These are really heavy duty molds. That's why I'm wondering if we could just buy a stand instead of getting the molds, because these molds are going to last a long time. They're not flimsy little things. So far, no bubbles in those corners. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. If I don't decide to keep this, you guys, it will be on my eBay store if you want it. Because I have tons, being a baker, I have tons of cupcake stands, but I don't know. I haven't decided. So by the time this goes out to you guys, I will have made my decision. Oh my gosh, no bubbles in those corners, you guys. Look. Can you see? Oh, there's a couple bubbles underneath between the leaf and, but only those 2. There's the butterfly. I need to get something behind here so you could see. Hang on a minute. That's better. I just grabbed some parchment paper. I'm right in front of a window, so it's kind of hard. But look at this. It's so pretty. It's sparkly. I know you probably can't see the sparkles, but it is sparkling. I love this one. It is so pretty. I don't know what else to say. There's no bubbles. I love that trick with the alcohol. So if you're new and you did not know that, spray your molds with alcohol before you pour your resin in. Okay, I'm gonna stick that. Oh, and it fits perfectly. Okay, let's get this one and see how it looks. Hopefully no bubbles. Got to do one corner at a time. That corner's good. That corner's good. You don't have to use fast cure. You can use your regular resin. I just did it because I wanted to unmold it today. Okay. And you don't have to use that tray, I guess. You could just use this. I mean, you don't have to use a stand. If you just want one tray, just make one tray. Are you ready? No bubbles on the edges. Nice, nice, nice. I do have a couple bubbles between, but I'm not upset about that. Like I said, I don't mind bubbles with flowers because that's natural. I don't know if you can see. I'll try to get like a video close up because I don't think you can see the shimmer. I don't see a lot of the glitter glass, but it is in there. Kind of blends with the color, so that wasn't a huge addition to it. Here's this butterfly. What do you think, you guys? Was this a good choice for spring? I like it. Okay, that's going in one. And the purple one, ooh, this is going to be nice. These purple flowers were pretty. No bubbles in that corner. And no bubbles in that corner. No bubbles in that corner. I have found my new favorite trick with that alcohol. All right, here we go. Everything looks good. Oh, it's nice. I covered up a flower with that butterfly, but that's okay. Not too many bubbles. They're really not noticeable. And the bubbles in the resin resemble the glitter, so you can't really differentiate between the glitter and the actual micro bubbles. But I like it. I really, really like it. What do you think? That one got bent over. Remember, I had a hard time with that one, but that's okay. It's natural. Yep, there's glitter glass in there too, but it's very hard to see. All right, I will get you some good pictures. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if it's a little longer, but I know a lot of you like that. So you guys have a blessed day. Stay tuned so you can see it all put together, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.